Alright, what's good, YouTube? I'm about to take this 2-hour drive to see a buddy of mine. He produced some really amazing animals this season. I'm picking up 2 of them from him. I'm also going to surprise my wife with them, so let's get it. Alright, so I just got back, and we're going to take a look at these new animals. Alright, this is the first one. This is a Madagascar tree boa, Sanzania. And the best part about this, these are the green phase. So they're not the mandarins. Where the mandarins are a lot more common, these are the ones that are actually going to turn green, while the mandarins are the ones that turn brown. And you can actually see, if you look at that one right there, the head is already turning green.
Yeah, it is actually.
Yep.
Don't run away.
And these are semi-arboreal species that spends a lot of time, a lot more time up in the trees and stuff.
Trying to keep it happy.
There it is. Real nice. Look at that animal with the head on it. So these are really hard to come by in captivity. These are captive born, captive bred as well here in the US. And my buddy Keith McPete produced these. And what was great about this was this actually came from my adult female that was originally purchased as an adult male about 4 or 5 years ago. I started thinking one day just to check to see if it's actually a male, because a lot of these boa species, they're a lot easier to set without having to probe or pop them. They either have some species like viper boas, the males have spurs and the females don't at all. And then you got stuff like anacondas where both sexes have spurs, but the males have huge spurs and the female spurs are so small they're almost non-existent. So I looked at the female, well, what was originally supposed to be a male, figured out it might have been good chance that she was a female just by the way her spurs looked. Real small. Brought her to a White Plains Expo, met up with Keith to reconfirm. And I told Keith right there, take her. Because Keith had another buddy that had 2 adult males ready to breed. So me and this other breeder, we sent our adults off to Keith McPete. And the reason we did that was because Keith McPete was the first person in the world to produce these in captivity, I think well over 20 years ago, when they were actually coming into the country. So he knows everything there is to know about breeding these and keeping them. And this is the second one. These are both males. And I think Keith might have, this one's nice too. Yeah. I think Keith might have actually been the first one to produce the mandarins as well, the brown ones. But the green ones are super hard to come by. I mean, when we talk about hard, you'll find more Boelen's pythons before you find these green Zanzania. That's how rare they are right now in captivity. Back when I picked up that male 4 or 5 years ago, you didn't even see no one selling these. You didn't see any of them produce, none of that.
They just stay in the bowl.
Yep. Wow, look at the color on that thing. I mean, Keith killed it.
Oh, wow.
He produced 6. We split it 3 ways. Unfortunately, there were 3 extras that were stillborn. And then I let Keith hold on to the female, the mom, and he still had the adult male that produced these as well. So by the time these are ready to breed, which is going to be years from now, Keith will probably get several more litters out of that female, which I think is really important because we just don't have enough of these in captivity. I mean, I love the look to these, the face on them. Let me see, it's hard to focus in because they're so small and move and squirmy.
And they're moving. This coloration is crazy.
From the limited experience, because I have a mandarin adult female and then the green I had for like maybe 2 years before I gave it to Keith. And they spend most of their time on top of the perches and stuff, just like green tree pythons or emerald tree boas. And then every time I would feed them, they'd come down. They'd eat a big meal, come down, go into a high, maybe soak. And as soon as they digested and they were ready to eat again, they would stay on the perch until they got fed again. Very cool animals. They're considered semi-arboreal, but I think they definitely spend a lot more time in the higher up, at least from real active too. And as you can see, they're a lot more docile than like a lot of the arboreal stuff. You know, the green tree pythons, emeralds, the other tree boas. This species, for some reason, they're very laid back, very chilled. Real hard focus.
Yeah. Trying to hold them kind of.
I'll actually post a few pictures from Google of some adults just to show you how crazy green they're gonna get. They could be dark green, they could be light green, real bright green. So we don't know how these are gonna turn out. I know my female, the mom, she was a real dark green, and then Keith said the male was really light, pretty green. Like them. They also reminded me of like a green anaconda, like an arboreal version of a green anaconda, because they got a short snout, a wide little head, you know, that dark purple tongue, dark eyes. Can't wait to have a bunch of these. And then there's the other one. Take them both out. Let me see.
Yeah, closing so because they're moving.
I mean, as you can see, they're not even trying to bite. And these things are, I can't remember, they're only like what are they now? Maybe 2 months old? And they eat really well. They take to rodents instantly. There's no issues with where they're going all over the place.
Yeah, that's why I wanted one at a time.
And they're still not biting.
Yeah.
They're just trying to get away.
Yeah, wait, let me
Look at that. But yeah, there's no issues with getting them feeding. Really just the perfect little semi-arboreal species. They do stay smaller too. They only get to around maybe 5 to 6 feet. Not a very big species.
Get that way so you don't freak out.
Alright, so I want to give a huge shout out to my man Keith McPee for killing it on that Zazania clutch. Can't wait to see what he does with the adults. Also, we're going to be at the NARBC Tinley Park Reptile Expo vending. So you already know, stop by, save it up. You already know what it is. Hate, comment, subscribe. Till next time. Later.